Alright, in this lesson we're going to be looking at aisatsu, which are greetings, Japanese greetings, and the ways to say hello and goodbye. Now, there's one thing that languages share in common is that there are different ways to say hello, obviously for different times of the day, but also depending on who you're talking to and where you are when you're talking. And that's often referred to as like the context in which you're talking to someone or the formality of the language that you're using. Now, Japanese language is quite difficult actually when it comes to formality of language, but I'm going to introduce you to it right now. Let's look at first of all the greetings for the morning. The less formal way of saying good morning is ohayo, ohayo. More formal is ohayo gozaimasu. And as you can tell, there's just the addition of the gozaimasu at the end that gives it a little bit more formality. Think about where you might use that right now. Let's look at a dialogue. Yamada-kun, ohayo. Nakata-san, ohayo. First thing to look at. Why did I say Yamada-kun and why did I say Nakata-san? Okay, there is a difference. So this is another little extra thing to do with formality. I can make an induction based on just this here. And that induction is that Nakata-san, Nakata, is probably going to be older than Yamada. That's just one general assumption, actually. And the reason for that is because Yamada said Nakata-san. And this suffix here at the end of the name, actually, it's kind of the general one that you should use for anyone that you don't know. Just use san after the family name. Or the first name in some situations, but use san, and that is a general, nice, formal way of using that person's name. Kun, on the other hand, is a less formal way of saying it, and it's also used for either someone younger, and I should be specific here, usually a boy who is younger, or in a less formal situation, a less formal way of referring to him. Also, notice gozaimasu is not used after ohayo. Okay, so think about where you might use this. I can think of plenty of situations, but maybe two guys in the schoolyard, etc. Or it could be in a workplace. Maybe two guys who work together. Let's look at the more formal version. Sensei, ohayo gozaimasu. Yamada-kun, ohayo. Okay, induction straight away. Sensei must be someone important, and it is. It's the teacher. It could be a doctor as well, actually. It could be, but it's usually, in this case, it's the teacher. Sensei, ohayo gozaimasu. Okay, so Yamada is referring to the teacher with the formal expression, and the teacher is referring back to kun. Okay, Yamada-kun. Okay, so someone that is younger, obviously. Ohayo, so not as formal. There are, of course, variations. There are always variations. It's language. Language can be used in a variety of situations. But these ways that I'm explaining to you now are the common ways. Now, we've said the good morning greeting. The greeting for the middle of the day or the general one throughout the day, like a hello, is konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Please hold the end sound when you say it. So konnichiwa. You'll notice also that when you're writing it, the wa at the end is actually written with the character ha. All right, and that's actually a particle. Okay, now it's pronounced as wa when it's used as a particle. Next, the evening greeting. So you're saying good evening to someone. Okay, no, you're not saying good night. You're just saying good evening. Hello, it's good to see you at nighttime. And that would be konbanwa. Okay, konbanwa. Again, it's using the particle wa. Okay, so it's written as ha, but it's pronounced as wa. Okay, the one to say good night, so before you go to bed, is a little bit different. So I guess this is like a farewell. Okay, the evening farewell, just before you go to bed, is oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai. A little less formal, it's just oyasumi. Okay, oyasumi. Alright, so it's just a good night. And if we break it down and look at the actual words, o is an honorific o, and yasumi means to rest, okay, or in some situations it's a holiday as well. So oyasumi nasai. Nasai gives it a little bit more of a polite touch as well, but this o basically you're saying have a great rest tonight, have a good sleep. All right, there are many ways to say goodbye, and I've tried to tabulate it here. It's language though, you can't exactly say that one is going to be definitely more formal or less formal than the other. Okay, it's depending on the situation, who you're talking to, etc. All right, but basically I tried to do it, and if we look at the least formal one, it would be the katakana version of bye-bye. Bye-bye. A really common one you hear around maybe the schoolyard, like your peers at school, etc. Jane, jane. It's just gonna like catch you later. So yeah. Mata ne. Mata ne. Mata actually means again. So mata ne, like yeah, I'll see you again. All right. So I'll see you later. Now this one is more specific, and you'll probably hear your teacher use it, or if you're going to see someone again soon, then you'll hear this version. Mata ashita, which means again tomorrow, see you tomorrow. Mata raishu, which means I'll see you next week. So you might hear your teacher say that on a Friday afternoon. I'll see you next week. Mata raishu. Now a little bit more formal is actually sayonara. All right. Stay away from that stereotypical, sayonara version. Okay, it's got a pretty particular pronunciation. It's a long O sound here. So sayonara, sayonara. Okay, so that's the way to say goodbye.